1. We're live. Okay there, what's up mga Keduk? This is AJ Casenta and welcome back to our Bura Bura live session streaming. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, time check, it's already 1:37 in the afternoon. So sabi kanina nung ano yan, ang previous discussants natin, isabay na daw yung next discussant. Sabi ko, di okay. Anyway, pag ready, go. Pag di kaya, okay, di mo na eh. Ayan, di ba? So, palagi lang tatandaan, di adet bagpaknet. Pero sabi nila, they can do it. And ladies and gentlemen, I have them right now. And our discussants for today's are all coming from Bachelor of Elementary Education. Ayan, nandiyan na sila. Okay, so we have 3 discussants for today's topic this afternoon, which is the discussion method. Okay? Of course, dito po yan sa ating teaching, Araling Panlipunan or Social Studies in the primary grade or elementary grade. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, so let's start introducing our discussants for today's topic. Okay, so to start this, ito. Dito tayo sa medyo manakam-nakam muna ng ano yan. Mga discussants natin. Yan, Juicy Joys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have Ma'am Arlene Dumagsang. Ma'am, bati ka po.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Araling Dumagsang from Matakon, Tulangyan Side.
Taga Matakon. Okay, sige. So, shout out sa mga taga-barangay Matakon, Ulanghi Albay. Okay. So, and our next discussion po, magkatabi lang sila. Okay, so we have Ma'am Genevieve Regondola. Yes, tama ako. Come on, Ma'am, pati ka po.
So, hello po, guys. Good afternoon. My name is Genevieve Regondola from San Agustin, Libon, Albay.
Okay. Kaya mampalan. Sa kabilang barangay lang naman talaga kayo. Tama naman talaga na mag-join kayo dyan. Okay? So, ayan. Maraming salamat sa ating dalawang nagsisiksikan sa camera. Okay. So, thank you very much. Okay, Ma'am Arlene and Ma'am Genevieve. And okay, next natin discussion is Ma'am Gian Dairit. Ma'am, bati ka po.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gian Dairit from Ginobatan, Albay.
Oh, kaya taga-Ginobatan si Ma'am. Okay. So, Ma'am, batiin natin ang ating mga kabarangay. Come on.
Hello po sa mga taga-Ilawod.
Okay, so shout out sa mga taga-barangay Ilawod, Ginobatan, Albay. So, that's from your kababayan, Ma'am Gian. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, sila po ang ating mga discussion for today's topic regarding po sa discussion method along teaching Araling Panlipunan in the elementary grade. Once again, okay, we have Ma'am Arlene Dumagsang and Ma'am Genevieve Regondola and Ma'am Gian Dairit. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Okay, so standby. Papasok na tayo. Huwag kayong aalis ha. So, sino yung first discussant? Si Ma'am Arlene. Okay, Ma'am Arlene, papasok na ako ha. Okay, ready? Gitna-gita ka na lang ng konti sa ano yan. Okay, standby. Okay, what's up there mga Keduk? This is AJ Casenta, your host once again in this live streaming sessions, okay? Along with the teaching Araling Panlipunan, okay? In the elementary grade. So, magandang hapon sa ating mga viewers right now. So, shout out sa mga ka-eduk nating nanonood, all our viewers, okay? To all our viewers that is currently streaming right now in Facebook Live. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Time check, it's 1:41 in the afternoon. Okay? So, let's proceed na po sa ating first discussion. And we have our discussant, Ma'am dumagsang. Ma'am, it's your turn na po.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, I and my group mates will discuss about discussion method in social studies.
Ayan. May sumisilip. Ang kulit ng sumisilip. Sino yan? Okay.
So, before we start the discussion, these are the objectives of discussion method. So, at the end of this presentation, the student will be able to define discussion method, describe the characteristic of discussion method, discuss the types of discussion method, identify appropriate use of discussion method, discuss the advantages and disadvantages of discussion method, and describe the planning for conducting discussion method. The word discuss came from the Latin word discret, which means to shake or strike. So, discussion refers truly shaking up the subject that is examining truly to reach a conclusion. A discussion is an activity of sitting and talking about a specific subject. So, what is discussion method? So, a discussion method is the means by which people share their experiences, ideas, and attitudes. It also enables us to engage in an orderly verbal interchange to express our thoughts regarding on a particular subject. So, discussion method of teaching is a group of activity involving the teacher and the students to define the problem and its seek solution. It also described as constructive process involving listening, thinking, as well as the speaking ability of the student. So discussion methods involves two-way communication between participants. In a classroom situation, a teacher and students all participate in discussion. So in this method, it involves the use of small groups where each group will have leader who initiate the discussion of the issue or subject matter. For example, in a classroom discussion, a teacher is a leader who initiate in the discussion of issue or subject matter, and the students will respond or participate. To simply understand the discussion method, the students are more active than the teacher when this method is used, but it should be taken to avoid the discussion being dominated by some students. Every members or every person in a classroom should be given equal opportunity to given a chance to make contribution in this discussion.
So, linawin natin yung sinabi ni ma'am. Sa discussion method, mga ka-edu, okay, mas pinapaboran dito yung facilitating of learning along with learner-centered teaching. Okay? So, dito, mas bida, estudyante. For example, itong ginagawa natin mamaya, magbabalitaktakan tayo. Discussion method siya. Yun nga lang, yung ginamit kong strategy, live stream. Mamaya, magtotalk tayo actually. Sino dito yung talaga magde-discuss? Kayo. So, ako dito, ano yan? Sampay bahay lang. Sampay bakod lang ako dito. Okay? So, kayo talaga yung yung bida dito. Okay? So, let's proceed, ma'am. Mahirap basahin.
The discussion method can be used for the following topics or in social studies, problems of modernization, living together in our national community, problem our survival, family problems, environmental problems, and etc. So this discussion method can be used for the following topics because it is a variety of open forum-ended collaborative exchange of ideas among teachers and students or among students for the purpose of furthering students in thinking, learning, problem solving, understanding, or literary appreciation.
Ayos. Let's proceed.
So, characteristics of discussion method. First is to ensure maximum participation. Ensure maximum participation of pupils or learners so that you could know if they are really learned in your subject area or in your lesson. And as a teacher, we should see to it that they cannot be bored in our lesson. To have 100% participation in class, we should use several teaching strategies that are captivating and eye-catching for them. For example, are question and answer under the sun, games, colorful lesson, presentation, and so on. The second characteristic of discussion method is students have the opportunity to criticize and evaluate. So criticizing and evaluating should be given after the presentation of the lesson. As a student, we must given an opportunity to ask relevant question to the lesson learned so that a teacher should know if they really understand the lesson. She or he can enrichment remedial lesson. For example, asking question about the lesson or giving feedback about the lesson.
Okay.
Logical and meaningful criticism should be accepted. Always remember that there is no correct answer, especially if they are giving their opinions or feedback about the lesson you teach. All logical and meaningful criticism are highly appreciated by teacher provided it was about the topic you have discussed.
Okay. So, napakalinaw na ito ha, mga ka-eduk. Kung gagamit kayo ng discussion method, napakalinaw naman nung sinabi ni ma'am. Ano sabi dyan? Logical and meaningful criticism should be accepted. As long as all the members of the class or the students are providing informations or let's say asking question or doing queries regarding the subject matter. Okay, as long as it's all logical and meaningful, sige lang. Sige lang, papasukin nyo lang yung question, mas maganda yon. Ang nakakainis kasi dito sa ano yan, sa discussion method. Pag may mga estudyanteng sira ulo, yung alam na yung sagot, tatanong pa, isra kan, sir. Nakita mo na nga ni kain parikpik. Huwag mo nga pay ka. Diba? Sa mga ganon. Sir, ano ya? 1/4 sheet of paper. At anong narunggog na? Yung mga ganon. Well, anyway, hindi yan maalis. Hindi yan maalis sa ating ano yan, sa loob ng classroom. Even in online class, ang daming siraulo. Kung makita nyo nga yung mga online class, ano yan, memes. Ang daming mga siraulo yung estudyante. Pero sila po actually yung bumubuhay ng klase. Kaya, ang kagandahan pag ganito, okay, tatanggalin ko sana yung Jose Marichan ninyo, pero hindi cute maganda. may konting ano yan, thrill doon. May konting ano yan, ang tawag ba dyan? Ang elements na nababagay kasi bare na So, papasok na siya, naninilip na si Jose Marichan. Yung mga ganung bagay, it's, even though, it's a little bit off tangent, but at least for the sake of revitalizing the discussion, why not? Diba? Why not? Pasok nyo lang yun ang pasok, okay? So, let's proceed, ma'am.
Students should anchor the discussion themselves, meaning students must be given an opportunity to answer, especially during the discussion. The lesson they should anchor with whatever topic a teacher discussed. To know if they really engage themselves during the lesson, they should always participate and cooperative in every activities provided. Keeping professor as a guide. A professor is a guide for every learners because they are the one molding the learners and they should be a role model in every aspect. A good professor always lifts up their students. They should be always humble in every way. For example, in doing practicum, what they see to their mentors, they always follow it. So, be a role model to them.
Tama. Tama. Kaya kung si Raulo yung teacher nyo, asahan nyo, may dalawa dyan gagaya sa inyo. Baka nga kayo ginaya yung mga actuation ng teachers nyo dati. Di ba? Lalong-lalo na kung isa lang ang klase ng method na alam ng teacher. Nako po. Gagayain ka talaga. At magagaya kasi araw-araw mo araw-araw mo ginagamit. Asahan mo yan, may estudyanteng gagaya sa inyo. Pag World Teachers Day, minsan nagre-reenactment yan sa stage eh. Ginagaya yung mga teacher nila. Okay?
So next, teacher select the topic only with the help of students. Teacher will select a topic that will guide the students on how they discuss it in a classroom. Next is teacher divide the class into different groups and gives topics to discuss in each group. So during the discussion, it will always apply by the teacher so that we can know who are participating and not.
Tama. Ang tawag doon, ma'am, group dynamics. Importante yan sa discussion method, lalong-lalo na kung magpapagrouping kayo. So there are so many actually group dynamics activities to further facilitate learning inside the classroom. Lalong-lalo na kung yung estudyante ninyo talagang mga malilikot tapos malagdudunong. Asahan nyo yan, mga ganyang estudyante. Kung ginawa nyo dati sa mga teacher ninyo, gagawin rin yan sa inyo. Okay, so let's proceed, ma'am.
And last, every group has a leader to facilitate and conduct a discussion.
Ayan
So
na.
a group leader must to facilitate the group discussion. The leader must see to it that every member are participating in activities given to them.
Ang linaw naman, di ba? Every group has a leader. Pero itong pinakamahirap sa lahat sa grouping, yung pumili ng leader. Yan ang pinakamahirap. Tapos ganito, so kung nasasayang yung oras ng estudyante na hindi makahanap ng leader, it's now the right time to butt in. Pasok na si teacher. Okay, wala kayong makuha ng leader. Okay, I select you. Okay, because I trust your diligence. Para and your perseverance to lead this group as your leader. Pwede yun, mag-butt in ka na. Lalong-lalo na, kung nauubos yung oras, wala pang nagagawa yung isang group, butt in na si teacher. Okay, let's proceed, ma'am.
Gian Dairit and Genevieve Blaze will go on to continue the discussion.
Okay. Tapos na si ma'am. Okay, so it's a little introduction. Ayos. So, thank you very much, ma'am. Arlene. Tama ba?
Yes po.
Hindi ko na naman mabasa. May gurang man ka mo. Okay, so thank you very much, Ma'am Arlene. Well said. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen po, papunta na po tayo dito sa types discussion of method. So I hope meron tayo na konting natutunan regarding po sa introduction po ng discussion method. Huwag kayong alis. We'll be right back.
Medyo kinabahan ako ng 50%.
Okay, sino susunod? Kinabahan ka? Okay lang yan. Mamaya makaka-recover ka niyan. Ganito lang pag live streaming. So, sino sunod? Si Ma'am Gia na? Okay, so standby, ma'am. Papasok na si sir, okay? Wag lang maingay. Papasok na ako. Okay? Okay, so yun mga ka-eduk. Okay, nagbabalikan yung host, CJ Kasensai, and maraming salamat sa ating first discussion, Ma'am Arlene Dumagsang. Okay, so right now po, we will proceed now to our next discussion for this topic, which is discussion method. And we have Ma'am Gian Dairit. Ma'am, it's your turn.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, I am going to discuss the types of discussion method. So, there are 5 types of discussion method. First is the small group discussion method. Second is the socialized classroom discussion technique. Third is the panel discussion technique. Fourth is the direct instruction technique. And the last is the recitation technique. So, the first one is small group discussion technique. So, a small group discussion technique is a student-centered methodology that allows us, the students, to actively participate and be partners in the teaching and learning process. So, for example, all students join together in a free discussion or on a particular topic and engage in active learning. parang ano po, the teacher will ask the students to divide the class into groups, then the teacher will give them certain topics that we will discuss in front of the class afterwards.
Okay.
Next po. Next is the socialized classroom discussion technique. So the socialized classroom discussion technique aims the socialization of the students by developing their traits of initiative and responsibility. So examples of these discussion techniques are symposium, seminar, and
Yan.
workshop.
Ito na yun.
Next. Next is the panel discussion method. So panel discussion method involves a group of people gathered to discuss a topic in front of an audience. Yung for example po, parang type of symposium,
Yes.
like nagsiseminar, ganon.
Opo. Ang for panel kasi, okay, a discussion, actually, this particular or a resource person here are giving certain knowledge or information on a very specific or special topic. Okay? Ang purpose kasi nito, kung hindi na kaya ng teacher i-discuss yung mga concepts regarding a particular course or program or topic, mag-hire ka ngayon ng experts for you to facilitate more the learning. Kasi kung isosolo mo yan lahat, for example, ganito, dito kumuha ako ng tawag ba dito? Discussants, co-discussants, at kayo yon. So, para mas matulungan yung ma-emphasize yung information, remember, 2 brains are better than 1. Okay? Ang purpose lang kasi naman talaga ng ganitong uri ng method is mabaguhan yung estudyante sa teacher. For example, kung ako kaya lahat neto nag-discuss, araw-araw niya ako nakikita sa live streaming. Mababoring yung estudyante. Pero kung meron sila nakikitang bagong discussant, lalo kung one pa kading ka mga very, very juicyful, mga very beautiful na mga discussants here right now. Oh, di ba? Baka may mag-mind dyan. Kakaloka. Okay. So, kung ganito, meron akong kasabay na mga, let's say, competent, discussants. And then, of course, meron silang makikitang bago. And ang kagandahan nito, yung mga estudyante, di naman sa sinasabi ko na hindi nakukuha lahat ng information sa teacher. Mas maganda kasi na makakuha ka talaga ng bagong impormasyon sa ibang tao naman. Kaya nga sa university, sabi nila, "Sir, ikaw na lang yung sunod namin prof." Sabi ko, "Ayoko na." "Bakit nga naman, sir? Napaka-choosy mo naman nga." Hindi. Gusto ko matuto kayo sa bagong professor or instructor because I know further na mas tawag ba dito, magkakaroon ng bagong anyo or let's say perception yung pag-aaral ninyo sa university. Hindi lang sa isang professor kasi dahil binigyan kayo ng mataas na grade sila palagi, hindi. Mas maganda matuto kayo rin sa iba. Yan ang purpose ng panel discussion method. Okay, let's proceed, ma'am.
So the next is the direct instruction technique. So the direct instruction technique is a teacher-directed, where teachers use explicit teaching techniques to teach a skill or lesson to their students. Examples are announcement, video lectures, and presentation.
Okay, ito yung diniscuss namin kanina. Okay, so yung dalawang uri ng instruction. Okay, yung direct instruction, kaparehong-pareho yan ng deductive. Okay, ang purpose lang kasi talaga ng direct instruction actually is to do scaffolding. Okay, ibig sabihin, kung alam na ninyo na, for example, kalawat na ng mga estudyante sa learning, they need to bridge the gap before advancing to a particular topic or concept. You need to, pasok na si teacher, do the direct instruction para mas madaling ma-facilitate, tapos ang usapan. Ganun siya, ang direct. Okay? So, lalong-lalo na kung for example, hindi bagang wala sa sistema sa Pilipinas. Ang daming bakasyon, unong klaseng bakasyon sa nakanero loss baka. So, meron talagang na-jeopardize na topic. So, wala magagawa si teacher kundi mag-direct instruction. Ang purpose lang kasi ng direct instruction talaga is actually for emergency purposes. Maganda palagi mag-inductive instruction or inductive method because mas mabuboost yung estudyante, nabuboost yung kanilang cognitive and psychomotor development. Pero pagdating sa direct instruction kasi, gagamitin lang yan kung kinakailangan at huling-huli na yung estudyante sa learning. Yung nangyayari ngayon sa modular, ano yan? Modular, tawag ba dito? Curriculum or method. Aware kayo, di ba? Sa blended learning ng DepEd. Ano napapansin nyo, ma'am, sa... nakabasa na ba kayo ng module? Ma'am Gia, nakabasa ka na ng module? Sa DepEd?
Opo.
Ano
Opo.
napansin mo? May sagot sa likod?
Meron po.
Oh, see? Ang purpose noon actually, hindi is to spoon feed the students. Ang purpose noon, to help or guide the students para mas mapabilis yung pagkatuto nila. In what sense? Bababasahin yung modular, nandun yung lahat ng mga activities. Kasi pag module may activities, sa dulo niyan may reflection pa eh, minsan wala. Okay? Nandun sa likod yung answer so that it's just a form of learning by yourself. Yun naman talaga ang purpose ng module. Learn by yourself. Diba? Learning to... Actually, that's part of the ano yan, social dimension of learning. Learning to know. Ang problema lang dito, pag skill ang pinag-uusapan. Kung cognitive aspects like, for example, pure knowledge, factual informations, pwede siya. Ang problema kung ano yan, skills. For example, online learning ng ano yan, pagturo na mag-drive. Pwede ba yun? Yan ang problema dyan eh. Pag welding, so mga technical vocational courses, they need face-to-face. Direct instruction talaga. Yung lalo sa test, direct instruction yan. Bakit? Kung ano pag-ibuni ka ng estudyante kina. Diba? So natututo lang ngayon mag-drive sa online, sa YouTube. Uy. Nako po, iba naman kasi pag online lang or simulation. Iba pag reality, pag nahawakan mo mismo yung manibela. Ganun. So, tandaan natin, ang direct instruction po, for emergency purposes lang yan. Or, for developing skill. Ayan. Or skill development. Ayos? So, ma'am? Ikaw na ulit. Ano susunod, ma'am?
Next slide po.
Okay. Ayan na. Ay, lumabas na naman.
So, the last is the recitation technique.
Ako.
So the recitation technique po is direct teacher-centered approach in which the teacher asks specific short answer questions with a specific answer. So ang example po nito is yung oral recitation po baga, like nagbubunot yung teacher ng names sa index card, tapos mag-ask siya ng questions sa student para malalaman niya if may learnings ba yung student dun sa mga tinuro niya.
Yep. Normally, it's used actually in two purposes. For instruction. For instruction purposes, ginagamit ang recitation technique. Actually, not to, tawag ba dito? Not actually to intimidate students. Ang tawag kasi sa recitation technique na ginagamit sa loob ng instruction, we call it informal recitation. Ibig sabihin, it's a form of recitation that every student should being aware of. Dapat aware ka, natatawagin ka ng teacher mo. Ibig sabihin, tinetest kung ready ka, sumagot. Pero wala yung grade. Okay, so linawan natin to ating mga ka-edu. Okay. Kung ang tinutukoy naman is about graded recitation or oral graded recitation, mas maganda i-announce mo muna. Kasi nakakatakot niyan kung mag-grading ka, tapos nagbigay ka ng ng schedule, 1 minute before the yan. Lalo ko bad trip si teacher. Pasaway nga ka mga kwan kaya ka mo. Ala! So index card. Burbalasan. Pangurungan man ni ka si teacher. Jesus. Mga ganong uri ng mga old school technique yun. Pero ang pinaka-importante, if you're going to assess using recitation or oral recitation, you should schedule it at least 1 day before the examination or the recitation is executed so that it would be fair for all. Nakakatakot din lalo na yung late. Kung sisay pa so late, amo pa sumuunang nabuldot sa index card. Asin nga ka Mr. Kwan ngaya. Uno isimbag mo, ayan. ML pa more. Pasensya na ngaya, sir. Tangke kasi kanina. Yan yung mga problema ng recitation technique. Lahat ng methodologies okay. Ang problema kung inabuso ng teacher. Okay? Tatandaan natin yan ulit. Okay? Ma'am?
The next discussant will be Genevieve Blaze Rigondola.
Okay. So, ayos. Thank you very much, Ma'am Gian Dairit. Okay? Well said, ma'am. So, yun po yung example ng ating mga Ulitin-ulit natin, ma'am, for our viewers, sa mga nanonood dito po sa ating live streaming. Okay, ma'am? Pakiulit nga po natin ang ating mga types of discussion method. Okay, we have nababasa mo. Ano nga ulit yung mga types, ma'am? Come on.
So the 5 types of discussion method are the small group discussion technique, the socialized classroom discussion technique, the panel discussion technique, the direct instruction technique, and the last is the recitation technique.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am G and Direct. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so ang dami nyo natutunan ngayong hapon. Huwag kayong aalis and we will be right back. Ayos. Okay, so si Ma'am Arlene, si Ma'am Genevieve na. Okay. Ma'am, ready ka na? Okay, so papasok na ako ha. Standby. Huwag mong paalisin sa gilid mo si ano yan, si Arlene. Pag taga-kudut-kudutin mo si Arlene pag ano yan. Diyan ka lang Arlene, pero pag lalabas sa screen, si ano yan na muna. Okay? Pag taga-pusilin mo sana si Arlene pag na-interview si ka. Okay, so papasok na ako. Standby. Okay, nagbabalikan yung host, Cedric Asenta, and time check, ladies and gentlemen, is 2:08 in the afternoon. So I think we still have a little rough of 20 minutes to finish our discussion for today's topic regarding discussion method. Okay, so wag na natin patagalin, and let's proceed to our last topic, Ma'am. And we have Ma'am Genevieve Regondola. Ma'am, it's your turn na po.
Hello, good afternoon, sir, classmate, and to our viewers. So I was assigned to discuss the appropriate use of discussion method, the advantages and disadvantages of discussion method, the planning for discussion, and the last is the summary. So, the first, what is appropriate use of discussion? Ano nga ba ang dapat nating gawin or ang tama nating gawin while we are doing discussion? So first, discussion method is used in areas in which students already have some knowledge or experience. Discussion may be used to develop the main points to be covered in lesson. Sabi dito, ang discussion method ay ginagamit upang ma-deliver natin ng maayos sa mga estudyante para magkaroon sila ng kaalaman. Second, students can also draw on their experience to contribute to the discussion. Pwede nating padrawingan ang mga bata sa harap para i-share nila yung mga experience na related sa topic to have a contribute to our discussion. And third, last, all subjects except mathematics, art, music, dance can be taught. And discussion may also be used following a lecture or demonstration to help trainees apply what they have learned.
Okay. Well said. Let's proceed, ma'am.
So, we are in the advantages of discussion method.
Yan.
Discussion method can develop following abilities among students. First, thinking and communicating powers. Or it is the way we present ourselves, make requests, share how we feel about the world and others. We have powers to think and communicate sa mga bata like sa discussion. Hindi porket teacher ka ay gagawin mong responsibilidad ay teacher lang. Dapat ituring mo silang mga anak para meron kayong mabuong communication sa isa't isa para mas mapadali ang discussion.
Tama.
Next po, leadership quality. Leadership skills are the strengths and abilities individuals demonstrate that help the oversee process, guide initiatives, and steer their students toward the achievement of goals. Quality is a standard of something as measured against other things of similar kind. Dapat nating sanayin ang mga kung paano tumayo mag-isa, like a leader, at dito natin malalaman ang kalakasan nila at kahinaan at matutulungan natin sila or to guide them para maabot nila ang gusto nila iparating.
Ganda ng sinabi ni ma'am. pang Miss Philippines yun dati.
Third, expression ability. Expression is the process of making shown no one's thought or feeling. Ability is a talent mean physical or mental power to do or accomplish something. Also, ability may be used of an inborn power to do something especially well. During the discussion, dito natin malalaman kung ano ang gustong i-express ng mga estudyante or ano ang mga kaya nilang ipakita sa atin tungkol sa ating discussion. And as a future educator, we need to express and share also our thoughts about the topic para maintindihan natin ang kanya-kanya nating kaalaman or saloobin. Fourth po, problem-solving ability. Children learn by working on problems. This enables students to learn new knowledge by facing the problems to be solved. The students are expected to observe, understand, analyze, interpret, find solutions, and perform applications that lead to a holistic understanding of the concept. Ibig sabihin, magbigay tayo sa kanila ng mga problem solving during discussion, then doon natin malalaman yung abilidad nila to show how they solve the problem. Fifth, creativity. The use
Kaninong
of
aso
the
yun? May aso dyan.
The
Dapat
use
sinabay
of
mo eh.
or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work, and also is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality, and to encourage students to use a variety of approach to solve problems, analyze multiple viewpoints, adapt ideas, and arrive to new solutions. When we are in the discussion, kailangan natin maging creative. Example, pwede natin gawin ang pag-brainstorming sa mga bata. Group activity, paunahan magsagot, and etc. Para yung utak nila is ma-develop at lagi nilang maalala ang mga sinasagot nila sa discussion.
Okay, well said.
And the sixth po, motivation and confidence. Confidence is in one's ability generally enhances motivation, making it valuable asset for individuals with imperfect willpower. Simple, bigyan natin ng motivation ang mga bata or kahit magkwento-kwento tayo sa kanila to motivate their and pag na-motivate sila, doon mabubuo ang tinatawag na confidence at pag meron na sila nun, ay may confidence na sila para sumagot sa mga activity.
Ayan.
And to make them representative in schools.
Tama.
In short,
Okay.
higher level cognitive effective objectives can be realized through discussion methods.
Klarado naman yung sinabi ni Ma'am eh. Ladies and gentlemen, ito po yung advantages. Okay? So, malinaw naman dyan eh. It promotes creativity, motivation and self-confidence, problem-solving ability, expression ability, leadership, taking, communication powers. Sabi nga ni Ma'am, this is more on the cognitive aspect of learning. Ibig sabihin talaga nito, kasi ang ititrain sa discussion method, karampatang karunungan na makikita sa ating surroundings related or relative to the student's development. Okay? So, kung mapapansin ninyo, okay, sa advantages na ito, lahat naman siguro ito, okay, at least, kahit papaano, say 70 to 80%, natamasan nyo. Kaya na-achieve nyo na to. Remember, nasa university na kayo. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga yan, nalagpasan nyo na yan. Because pagdating sa university, what are you actually dealing is metacognition. It means is mas advanced na kayo mag-isip ngayon. Diba? Kaysa nun dati. Kaya pumasok kayo sa higher education. Diba, ma'am? Okay, so let's proceed, ma'am. Kung merong advantages, meron bang disadvantages to?
Meron din pong disadvantages.
Okay.
So, let's
Ayan, sinasabi ko na eh.
There is a chance that only a few students may dominate the whole time. So, meron po talaga yung estudyante na hindi
Oo,
na
talaga.
Interesado sa
Meron talagang ganyan. Bakit? Not all students are good in communication. Mahiyain. Pag tinanong mo, shy type, di ba? Pero magaling magsulat. Magaling magsulat. Kaya nga, sabi dito, hindi naman talaga lahat makakapagsagot. Saka kung remember, ang discussion type, it's a question and answer, ano yan eh. Parang pinaganda lang yung term. It's a question and answer method actually ang discussion. So you're entertaining information coming from the students, and the teacher will give information so that there's a little bit of new inferring, or let's say new information created by the whole class. So, yun nga lang, facilitated by the teacher. So, kung lahat ng estudyante papapasukin mo, ang problema nito, baka maubos yung oras. Hindi pa kayo nakaabot sa generalization. Nandiyan na yung isang teacher. Sabi ng isang teacher, time check to teacher. Okay, so let's proceed, ma'am. Ano pa yung mga disadvantages?
It is possible that the discussion is initiated to those on those aspects of the problem with which few prominent students of the class are concerned. Kaya kailangan po i-discuss mo yung kayang intindihin agad. Wag na pong paligoy-ligoy.
Yan, sige. Ano pa?
And it is the time consuming.
Oo, sabi ko na eh.
And not adaptable to all teaching learning situations.
Syempre. Remember, there's no best teaching methods. There are only appropriate methods. Kung meron nga akong ginawa dati, pinag-combine ko ang methods eh. Dalawang uri ng method. Okay, for example, in teaching language, you can use actually CBI or the content-based instruction. Okay? And at the same time, pwede mo siyang haluan ng ibang methodology. Naka-experience na kayo ng CBI? Hindi pa? Okay, disregard muna natin yung teaching Araling Panlipunan. Okay, yung CBI po is ang instructional methodology used in teaching language. In short, sa Filipino tapos sa English. So, sa English, ang content na sinasabi dito is kukuha ka ng ibang information coming from other subjects. For example, ang laman ng inyong discussion is about nouns. Nouns, okay? Mga pangalan. So, nouns. So, ngayon, sa nouns naman is kinakailangan mong gamitin yung konsepto ng ibang subject. For example, banana, apple, yung mga ganun. So, these are science concepts, right? So, content-based instruction is you are teaching language, but your samples are coming from different subjects. So, gumagamit ka na doon ng actually the integrated approach, and at the same time, the content-based instruction. Pwede siyang pagsamahin, actually. Yung nga lang, nag-iiba-iba yan pagdating sa techniques or sa strategy ng pagtuturo. Doon nagtatalo-talo ang mga teacher. Kasi itong mga methods na to, ginagamit talaga to. Subok na to. Pero yung techniques at strategy, dyan kayo magkakatalo-talo. Okay? So, not adaptable to all teaching and learning situation. Tama talaga. Alam nga, magamitin mo to araw-araw. At time consuming na nga, ginamit mo to sa oral do. Okay? So, medyo, ano yan. Kaya, minsan, may mga estudyanteng nabobore. Diba? Kayo, madali kayong maboring. Lalong-lalo na kung hindi na kayo yung nagtatrabaho. Si teacher na. Okay, let's proceed po.
So, in planning for discussion method, discussion sessions can be led by the instructor, or it can take place in groups. In either case, the ultimate goal is to meet the lesson objectives by allowing the students to relate relevant personal experience or events which have occurred in the work setting. Second, contribute ideas for personal opinions. Third, apply what has been learned to a familiar situation or solving problems. And the fourth is express what you have been learning. And whether the discussion is instructor-led or takes place in groups, it must be guided by the instructor. It must be focused on the objectives of the lesson.
Okay. And summary.
And the summary po, discussion method refers to students talk to talk with occasional intervention by the teacher. And second, it involves the small groups of the group where each group will have a leader who initiates the discussion of the issue or subject matter. The third, students are more active than a teacher when this method is used. And the fourth, discussion method can be used for the following topics in social studies: problem of modernization, living together in our national community, problem of survival, family problems, and environmental problems, and etc. And that's all.
All right, so well said. Ma'am Genevieve Regondola. Yon, so ladies and gentlemen, natapos na ng discussants natin yung kanilang discussion. Pero, okay, remember, meron silang objectives. So, let's help our viewers right now para ma-achieve yung objectives na inyong inilagay kanina. So, we will go back to ano yan. Okay? We're going back to our objectives. Tingnan natin. So, tutulungan nyo sila. So, kayo sasagot nito. Kasi kayo yung nag-discuss. Tama? Okay, so let's start this one. So, pwede pong magsalita lahat, isa-isa lang. So, let's do now the discussion method. Come on. Okay, according here sa inyong topic, your first objective actually is to define discussion. Now, Ma'am Arlene, okay, discussed this a while ago. Tama? So, now, anyone from the class can define discussion method? Ma'am Arlene? Sige nga, hindi ko ipa-flash. Subukan natin. So for you, ma'am, what is discussion method?
So, yung discussion method, sir, yun po yung interaction ng teachers and students, sir.
Okay.
Nag-share sila ng experiences, ideas, and attitudes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. So ibig sabihin, it's an interactive method, okay? In general, it's an interactive method. So in short, kinakailangan ba dito ng mga estudyante magsalita? Yes or no, ma'am?
Yes po, sir. Nag-share nilang mga thoughts and experiences.
Alam mo ba, tama yung sabi mo. Nakakatakot dito. Kung nag-start ka ng discussion method, unang tanong mo, wala talagang sumasagot. Lalo na kung bago kang teacher, hindi ka nila kilala. Naku po. Remember this, ang unang 12 minuto sa loob ng classroom, papasok dyan yung tinatawag nating motivation parts and the preliminary activities. Sa loob ng 12 minutes na yan, pag hindi mo na-capture yung attention ng estudyante, magdasal ka na. hindi talaga siya makikinig sa'yo. So, how boring you are, ma'am. Come on. Let's do some things, you know. Let's revive this. Okay ba? Sabi ng estudyante, let's hype up na kasi kulang sa power and kulang sa enthusiasm yung teacher. Lalo sa elementary, kung ang tinuturoan ninyo primary grade, dapat po jolly kayo, magalaw kayo. Bakit? Ang nature ng mga bata kasi malikot. Kung ikaw naman, luluya-luya na katakapagal mo na, udi na naman ngaya ka di ngayang pang biyernes kong klase, nampagal na ngaya. Uga naubusan na si energy mo, no? Kasi nung Monday, inubos mo lahat ng energy, pababa ng pababa. Pagdating mo ng Friday, daan na masanit na sa likod mo, daan ay kabuses. Yung mga ganon. So, dapat alagang teacher, alagaan niya yung sarili niya. But anyway, so, thank you very much, ma'am. So, napakalinaw ng explanation ni ma'am, ha? It's an interactive method, mga ka-edu. Ang problema, kung hindi ka marunong makipag-interact, yari ka sa. Di mo pwedeng gumamit ng discussion method. Okay? Let's proceed sa ating pangalawang objectives. Sabi dito is that describe the characteristic of discussion method. Okay, so tanongin naman natin si ano yan. Let's call on Ma'am Dairit. Si Ma'am Dairit kanina diniscuss niya yung iba't ibang sample, 'di ba? So let's try to to make some good information regarding this one. How are we going to describe kahit isang characteristic lang na alam mo? How are we going to describe the at least one characteristic of discussion method? Okay, in your opinion. Siguro na experience mo ng discussion method eh. Come on.
Yung keeping professors as a guide po. So yung type po na yun is parang for the students po to have eagerness na matuto, nagsiserve po na guide yung professors nila. Like ngayon po, ikaw po yung nagsiserve na guide para sa amin po sa discussion na to.
Tama. Okay. So, ang tanong dito, ma'am, in terms of characteristic, ano ba dapat ang mood sa loob ng classroom kapag discussion ng method, sa tingin mo?
Dapat po, ang mood ng professor or instructor, syempre po, jolly, tapos parang magaan ang loob niya sa students. Kasi po, if parang papasok pa lang siya sa room na galit na, syempre, yung students niya po, matatakot, ganon.
Parang may naalala ako ng ganyan eh. Tagadig pa sa takong daan ha. Daan sa rungugan, di ba? May mga ganon. So, ang problema kasi, di ba, pag magde-discussion method, sabi ni Ma'am Arlene kanina, dapat interactive. Tama yung sabi mo, ma'am, dapat si teacher approachable, jolly, may enthusiasm. Kasi nakakatakot niyan, paano magiging interactive yung klase takot na sa'yo. Ay, mawali ka ng mga maestro talaga. So parang, ang tingin ng estudyante sa kanya, the greatest intimidator of all. Paano, di ba, sabi kanina ng mga explanation ninyo, dapat mas malapit sa puso, di ba? Sino nag-explain nyo? Si Ma'am Arlene yun kanina? Si Ma'am Arlene ba yung nagsabi nun? Na mas malapit dapat yung estudyante. Yung parang anak mo yung mga ano yan. Si Arlene ba yung nagsabi nun kanina? Or si Genevieve? Na mas parang anak mo rin yung mga estudyante mo, 'di ba? Pag maganon ang mood sa loob ng classroom, masaya. And remember, okay? Sa mga principle po ng learning according to ano yan, Hifrobel, a learner that is happy is actually a learner that learns. Pag masaya yung bata, natututo yan. Makikita mo yan kaagad sa baby. Pag yung baby natutuwa, the baby is learning actually. Kahit hindi mo alam kung that is a general specific learning or let's say gross or let's say refined motor skill ang natututunan ng bata. Tumatawa yung baby pag masaya. So pareho din yung konsepto niyan sa loob ng classroom. Okay? So sabi ni ma'am, kung interactive siya, that's because the professor or the instructor or the facilitator is actually doing the right thing. Okay? Which is actually interactive in one another. So, open si teacher. Okay? So, thank you very much, Ma'am Dairit. Ayan, so mga ka-eduk, so tatandaan nyo yung ano yan yung ating ano yan, ipagka-describe nila. Sa interactive dapat, ang mood sa loob ng classroom, magaan. Remember, di ba? Question and answer. Paano makaka-question yung estudyante? Moros do ti kapaglag. Paano lapitin yung teacher ng tanong? Paglagpasan ng teacher sa classroom, sus ko Mario Joseph. Diba? Iba. Naka-beast mode. Pag mga nyo na pare, pre, beast mode si ma'am. Ako, yari tayo dyan. Huwag ka magtatanong. Diba ganun? So, mawawala na sa track yung plano or let's say yung method. Okay? So, let's proceed po dito sa next objective which identify the appropriate use of discussion method. So, ito para to kay ma'am Genevieve. So, si Mama nag-discuss na ito. Ma'am, how are you going to identify which is appropriate? Or ano yung para saan yung tamang paggamit ng discussion method for you?
Ang tama po, ang appropriate use po, kailangan po talaga nating malaman po kung paano po natin simulan or kung paano po ang paggamit ng discussion method para kung paano po natin ma-deliver ng maayos po.
Okay. So in terms ng Araling Panlipunan, kasi subject niyo sa Araling Panlipunan. Okay, let's do this. Isa sa mga alam niyo na. Okay, not to stereotype the whole curriculum by the DepEd. Isa sa mga pinakaayaw niyong pasukan talaga is Araling Panlipunan. I don't know why. Okay, maybe some of you are only actually doing this for the process of completing the requirements. Okay? In short for completion lang. Pero ang dami naboboring na Araling Panlipunan and I don't know why. So I think maybe some of the reasons why is that yun nga medyo incompetent yung teacher, isa lang ang alam na method or maybe may mali sa kanyang methodology. Tama yung paggamit. Okay? Tama, ginagamit niya pero may kulang or let's say may mali. Okay? So sabi dito, let's identify the appropriate use. For example, ma'am, ang topic is mga anyong lupa at anyong tubig. Ayan. Di ba? Land and water areas or types of land and water areas. Wag na lang muna natin isabay yung mga lamang lupa, wag na natin sabay muna yun, okay? Lamang lupa, lamang dagat. Remember, sa geography kasi, tinuturo yung mga anyong lupa at anyong tubig. So, very aware kayo dyan. So, kung gagamitin ni teacher ang discussion method, paano siya, ma'am, ituturo for you? Sample.
Ano po ulit, sir, na putol po ako?
Sige. Paano mo siya, ma'am, gagamitin? Paano mo sisimulan ang discussion method? Kung ang topic mo is anyong lupa at anyong tubig. So, madami nakikinig. Yan. Sa
una pong gagawin ko po, kung ako pong una magtuturo, ang gagawin ko po is magtatanong po muna ako sa kanila kung ano po yung ano po ang mga halimbawa ng anyong lupa. Then magsasabi-sabi po sila. Tapos kung ano naman po yung halimbawa ng anyong tubig, like yung mga dagat-dagat po or ilog. Then doon na po ako magsisimula po mag-lista ng about sa...
Okay, ang tanong, since nagawa mo na yan, sinabi mo na sa ating mga viewers ngayon, pwede bang gamitin ang discussion method kapag ang topic ay anyong lupa at anyong tubig ng mundo? Yes or no?
Yes po.
Yan. Appropriate siya kasi unang-una, bagay doon sa ginamit mong method na question and answer sa discussion to Nagtanong ka, sinagot ng estudyante. Nagtanong ka ulit, nakasagot yung estudyante. Bagay siya. Ang problema is, unang atake mo pa lang sa... May nangyari to. Yung mga awkward incident sa loob ng classroom. Unang question ni teacher. Nangyari ganyan. Isa sa mga pinaka-worst, nakaka-bad trip, yung nagtanong si teacher, walang sumasagot. Kaya sa online class, pabayaan nyo yung mga teacher nyo galit. Kasi di kayo nagre-reply. Ako alam ko na yan Pag hindi nagre-reply yung estudyante ko, dalawa lang yan. Ayaw niyang sumagot or mahina yung internet connection. Diba? Pag siya nag-leave, wag kang magalit. Kasi, nagre-reconnect yung para makasagot. Yan yung observation ko sa loob ng classroom. I'm always positive. Although may mga negativity talaga yan na factor. Pero ang purpose kasi sa online learning, huwag kayong magalit. Huwag masyadong stressful. Stressful na nga ngayong pandemic. Pagiging stressful ka pa. Understand na lang na ganun talaga yung estudyante. So, tama. To use it appropriately, you need to jive it to your instruction. Diba? So, dun pa lang, alam ni ma'am na may sasagot na estudyante. Bakit? Mga simple lang naman yung tanong, diba? Ano sabi kanina ni ma'am? Ano yung mga nakikita nyo dito? So, meron ba kayong nakikita? For example, ang ginamit mong strategy is graphic organizers. Sa graphic organizers, madaming klase. So, ginawa mo sa graphic organizers is, inilagay mo na doon sa blackboard yung iba't ibang box. Okay? So, nakalagay doon sa taas, anyong lupa. Sa kabila naman, side ng boards, anyong tubig. So, nakalagay doon yung mga box. Tapos, tinanong mo yung mga bata regarding sa mga pictures na ganito. Tapos, yung unang sumagot, ipopost nila at ilalagay nila doon sa board. O di interactive na. Tapos, gumagalaw pa yung mga estudyante. Okay? So, natapos mo yung klase, na-classify nila yung anyong lupa at anyong tubig using discussion method with the strategy of graphic organizers. Ang tanong dito, kompleto ba yung natutunan ng bata? Opo, bakit? Unang-una, cognitively speaking, alam na ng mga bata yung dalawang uri. Anyong lupa at anyong tubig. Ikalawa, yung mga bata po, laging interactive kasi meron silang ginawa. Nag-post sila doon sa blackboard or nag-grouping sila, for example. That's psychomotor. Pinasalita mo yung mga bata, di ba? So, practice yung communication skill. At ang importante sa lahat doon, nagkaroon kayo ng masinsinang student-teacher relationship sa loob ng classroom, which is effective because nagkaunawaan kayo. And that's interaction. So, yung discussion method, bagay doon. So, that's one of the criteria. Kaya tama yung sabi mo, ma'am. Okay? Na unang banat pa lang, dapat bagay na sa subject matter. Dahil kung unang banat pa lang mali, mag-isip-isip ka, dapat may plan B ka na. At tanong, ang mga teachers ba may another plan? Because we are doing lesson planning necessarily to execute one particular subject matter in a row. Ibig sabihin, sa loob ng isang araw, nakalagay na talaga sa lesson plan natin yung gagamitin natin objectives. Ang tanong ko naman, dapat ba may plan B? Yes or no? Anyone? Bakit may plan B?
Para po sir, pag hindi po gumana yung plan A, at least sir, meron ka sir, parang backup.
Yan! May reserva ka. Diba? Kasi, for example, ang ganda-ganda ng topic mo, pinrepair mong maray sa PowerPoint mo. Nag-run out. No pa. Dapat naka-ready na yung PPP mo. Diba? PPP ba ang tawag doon? Hindi, MPP. Manila PowerPoint Presentation. Ang walang kamatayang MPP. Diba? So, naka-ready na pala. Dala-dala mo pala yun sa bag mo. Pag gana ngayon ninyo, di ako ready ka mga estudyante pati ingwanay ka. Yay! Run out kaya. Di makadis kasi ma'am. Napaw no? I'm ready guys. Let's do this. Taapol mo na ito nga amin. So dapat may ka na. So we are actually encouraging teachers, lalong-lalo na yung mga pre-service teachers, ating mga viewers, na dapat meron kayong tinatawag na IM bank or instructional material bank, because in these cases, in these scenarios, that there are some emergencies that actually occurs or unexpected situations inside the classroom, may bubunutin kang bagong material. Alam nyo, may nangyari niyan sa amin. Nag-flare up talaga yung teacher. Alam mo kung bakit? Ayaw ko sanang ikwento to, pero ganito nangyari sa amin. Okay. There's a time na ibinigay lahat ng teacher yung lahat ng librong references doon sa cooperating student niya, sa student teacher. Okay, so anong nangyari? So, binigyan siya ng time para mag-create ng lesson plan. Pag-abot Lunes, tas tinawsan niyang Friday, pag-abot Lunes, absent so student teacher. Lahat ng libro di dala-dala. So, teacher, sa libro ng teacher, ito nga sa balinin ra. Ano sabi sa akin? Sabi yung kaklase ko, ngaya, Bird, ngaya, sabihin mo ngaya ito, ngaya, kimam, ngaya, di ngaya ako makalag, ta? Nagila ngaya ako. Hindi ko alam kung ano sasabihin. Sabi ko, ma'am, tara ngayon, Noy. Ma'am, sabi tabi ni nga, di ma'am, di ko na siya makalag. Nga, ta ngaya, nagilang ko na siya. Ay, biglang napamuda si, so ma'am, sus kumaryosi pa na ako, pagkabos-buwasin, Lunes pati. Napamuda bigla si ma'am. Mga tanak, ma'am, naingati ka. Ito ngaya nga amin sulit ko, libro ko. Ginamit niya nung ano yan. Nung pag-ibon niya nung lesson plan nung Friday, dara-dara pala nung, kasi sabi nung ano yan, classmate ko na, dadalhin niya pala yun sa bahay nila because sa bahay na lang siya gagawa ng LP sa buong week. O, tiwala naman yung teacher. So kung ganun yung situation, dapat si teacher aware na pwedeng mangyari sa kanya yon. So dapat meron siyang mga certain backups na sabi ni ma'am kanina na nasa loob ng kanyang classroom. Okay? So, let's proceed dito sa ano yan, ating objectives. Sabi dito, describe the planning for conducting discussion method. So, ito ang pinaka-importante sa ating mga ka-eduk. Okay? Anyway, ituturo ko rin to sa inyo pag Gmeet natin. Not here actually in live streaming. Kaya mas tutorial ang dating, mas elaborated. Pero, tingnan natin. Tanong ko sa ating mga viewers and sa ating mga discussant. Pareho ba ang lesson planning sa planning a lesson? Ulitin ko yung tanong ha. Pareho ba ang lesson planning sa planning a lesson? Come on. Sino una sasagot? Pareho ba siya? Yes or no?
Feel ko po, opo. Pero feel ko.
Ulitin ko ha, mga viewers. Pareho ba ang lesson planning versus planning a lesson?
Opo. Pareho po.
Pareho. Okay, sige. So, yan po, nagkakaroon na kami ng tinatawag na balitaktakan or discussion. Unahin natin yung nagsabi ng yes. Okay, sige. Okay, so, sabihin ko na yung ano yan para mapadali to. Okay, isang oras na tayo. Baka may pasok pa kayo. Okay, so, regardless po kung anong subject yan, we need actually to do lesson planning. Pero prior to lesson planning, we need to do planning a lesson. Okay, how do we plan lesson? Okay, sa ating mga ka-eduk dyan. Planning a lesson, ladies and gentlemen, is actually an attitude on how are you going to place all of those words, all of those scenarios inside your head in the lesson plan. Ibig sabihin, ang planning a lesson, iisipin mo muna kung, yun, ano ba magba-brand out ba bukas? Ano ba tong method na to? Pwede ba to sa akin? Ito ba ay pwede sa mga estudyante? Ito ba ay hindi time consuming? Ito bang lesson na ito ay pwedeng makapag-cause ng disturbance sa other klase? Kasi kung grouping set, babulabog dun sa kabila, but may mga teacher ka mga uragan, kung naman nga ka ng ribok-ribok, nangyayari sa luyog room, para man nga kang topic, kung ano nangyaygibo, di ba? Something ganun. So, in short, all of the aspects of being a professional actually is being taken care of in planning lesson. Okay? So, naiintindihan nyo naman yung ibig kong sabihin. That's why, we first actually train our mind before we write it down. Because kapag nakasulat na kasi yun ang i-execute mo. Tama? But the problem is, hindi mo pinag-isipang maigi yung ilalagay mo doon. Yari ka. Ang hirap na pong bawiin ang lesson plan kapag nag-i-execute ka na. Kinaisipin mo, nakapag-reflect ka, may mali pala akong ginawa. So sana pala ginawa ko yung ganito last time. Mas napaganda sana yung aking practice teaching or let's say yung aking pag-execute ng lesson plan. So yung mga ganung bagay, na-attain lamang yun if we do actually planning a lesson prior to lesson planning. Diba? So, alam niyo na ngayon, mga ka-eduk, ladies and gentlemen, ayan. So, yun ang ibig sabihin po at ang kaibahan ng lesson planning sa planning a lesson. Yung lesson planning, literally magsusulat ka na ng plano. Yun ang i-execute mo bukas. Diba? For example, gawa ka ngayong hapon, ituturo mo bukas. Bago ka gumawa, mag-isip-isip ka muna. Plano ka muna. Diba? Yan ang pinakamalupit. Alam na alam nyo na eh. Kasi ang daming napahamak dito, yung magaling magplano, lahat drawing. puro man sa nangyay kaplano. Yun yung sinasabi ko eh. Kapareho yan yung trip ng mga estudyante. Ang daming gustong magplano. Pagdating sa execution, wala. Bakit? Drawing. Wala naman nangyari actually. Literally, hindi mo siya sinulat. Nag-isip ka lang. Kaya ang kagandahan dito is the attitude of the teacher actually towards learning, okay, is that iniisip mo pa lang sa planning na lesson, okay, in planning lesson, na makukuha ng bata yung tamang, let's say, yung objectives ng klase. Yun ang kagandahan sa teacher. Dapat ang palaging iniisip nyo ganito. Since alam ko to, kaya ko tong gawin, kaya ng estudyante ko. Yun ang palagi ninyong tatandaan. Bakit? Kung mag-iisip ka pa lang na, hindi ito makukuha ng estudyante, nagturo pa ka. Kaya nga, ikakinulawan teacher, tayo ipaliwanag ka doon sa mga estudyante. Lalo lang sa mga, sa mga subjects na mahihirap. For example, mathematics, sciences. Naibasa pa sa music. Ay, ka di pa isili ka ding ituro. Paano mo ka di pa intindi sa estudyante? Bahala nang skip, lesson 2. Mga ganyang bagay, iwasan natin yan. Okay? So, yan. So, I think nakuha natin ang ating mga objectives. Congratulations, ladies, for your participation regarding po dito sa ating topic, which is discussion method. Okay? I think, ladies and gentlemen, dito na po nagtatapos ang ating discussion ngayong hapon. Okay? So, right now, introduce ko ulit sa inyo ang ating mga discussants na tumulong sa ating mag-discuss regarding po sa topic natin, which is discussion method. Okay, so once again po, ang ating mga discussants, sa mga viewers dyan, we have Ma'am Arlene Dumagsang. Siya po yung nakaitim, yan. And si Ma'am Genevieve Rigondola. Okay. Tama ba? Rigondola yan, Ma'am?
Opo.
Nudiyan ko pag sabihin Regalando. Papalutan ako. Ma'am Jennifer Rigondola and Ma'am Arlene Dumagsang. Thank you very much po sa inyo. And we have Ma'am Gian Dairit. Thank you very much, Ma'am. Ayan. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time now for shout-out. So, titingnan natin. Okay, tulungan nyo akong mag-shout-out. Saka yung mga merong yung questions na nag-type dyan sa ating Facebook Live. Siguro tulungan nyo ako maghanap bago tayo magtapos sa ating segment ngayong araw. Okay? So, pakitulong po ako. Ayan. Meron bang Meron bang nag-comment sa inyo?
Puro good afternoon lang po. Good afternoon, Dee.
Okay, so sige. So, I think, dahil puro good afternoon, isa-isa inyo, hindi, joke lang. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, okay, huling bati po sa ating mga discussant. Let's start first with Ma'am Arlene. Ma'am, word of thanks po. Ma'am Arlene, ayan, huling bati.
So, thank you po sa lahat ng manood.
Pasalamatan mo yung mga yan. Pasalamatan nyo yung mga viewers nyo. Mga kabarangay nyo.
So, thank you viewers. Thank you sa mga viewers namin dyan. Thank you sa mga nanood, sa mga nag-comment. Sa Rinconada Farm, hello.
Tagasan ka nga, ma'am? Sa Matakon. Oo, tama, Rinconada area ng Pulangi. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, Ma'am Arlene Dumagsang. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, and Ma'am Gian Dairit, ma'am, word of thanks po.
Good afternoon po. Thank you po sa mga nanood and nakinig po sa report namin. And shout out daw po sa mga chismosa ng B Ed 2A.
Talaga yung mga chismosa pa talaga yung nagpabati, no? Alright. So, thank you very much, Ma'am Gian Dairit. Okay? At yung last nating discussant, we have Ma'am Genevieve Rigondola. Ma'am, huling bati po.
So, hello po ulit sa inyo and alam ko po may natutunan po kayo sa akin kahit pa paano. Shout out po sa B Ed 2A sa Rinko, Pam, and kay ano daw po, kay Paul and kay Charming.
Alright. Okay, so yan. Thank you very much sa ating mga discussant. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have Ma'am Arlene Dumagsang, Ma'am Genevieve Rigondola, and Ma'am Gian Dairit. Thank you very much po, ladies and gentlemen. Maraming salamat po for watching our live stream this afternoon regarding po sa discussion method along with teaching Araling Panlipunan in the elementary grade. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, Cedric Asentay, at nag-iiwan sa inyo isang katagang in this time of pandemic. Laging tandaan, para matuto ng malupit, i-adet, bad bapaknet. Congratulations guys, maraming salamat po. Well said ladies, maraming salamat. God bless po, and keep safe always. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye po. Thank you.